Inflation, the Silent Thief. Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Inflation is hitting us all hard, and we're constantly told the Federal Reserve is the only solution. But are they? Today we're diving deep into how government spending fuels inflation. And I've got some specific examples. But first, let's look at history and the drastic measures that have been used before. Measures that came at a huge cost. We all know how painful inflation is. Prices are skyrocketing. The usual narrative focuses on the Federal Reserve. But I believe a major driver is out-of-control government spending. But the Fed does play a role. And history shows us what happens when they take truly drastic action. When the government spends more than it takes in, it increases the money supply. This can create artificial demand, leading to shortages and further price increases. It's demand pull inflation. But what happens when inflation gets out of control? That's where the Federal Reserve comes in. They have tools like raising interest rates. Let's rewind to the late 1970s and early 1980s. Inflation was rampant. Enter Paul Volcker. He drastically increased interest rates. We're talking rates that went well into the double digits. This did curb inflation, but it also triggered a severe recession. Businesses failed. Unemployment soared. Volcker's actions were painful, but they worked. Inflation came down, but it's crucial to understand the cost. That recession caused immense suffering. It was a drastic cure with devastating side effects. Now, what does this have to do with today? It shows us the limitations of relying solely on the Federal Reserve. Their tools can be effective, but they can also cause significant economic damage. That's why addressing the root cause, excessive government spending, is so important. Doge reports $1.9 billion of HUD funds were recovered after being misplaced. These funds were for Financial Services Administration. We verified the appropriation on USA Spending.gov under identifier. How could such a large sum be misplaced? Doge reports 167 contract cancellations, saving approximately $115 million. One example is a $2.23 million HHS contract for equity assessments. We confirm this on USA Spending.gov under identifier. How many more wasteful contracts are out there? Doge reports the Education Department terminated $33 million in grants to equity assistance centers. One center provided professional learning around critical race theory. This grant information is on USA Spending.gov under identifiers. Are these the best use of tax dollars? These examples raise serious questions. Are we repeating the past? Are we setting ourselves up for another economic correction? Excessive government spending fuels inflation. Relying solely on the Fed is risky. Do your own research. Explore USA Spending.gov. Look at where your tax dollars are going. Demand fiscal responsibility. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe.